You know what I mean?
That's it. That's
So
it.
that's
So yeah, that encompasses the first step, man. Buy a deal with enough equity that you can creatively come out of pocket very
that
little to none.
that is a creative deal. That's a master class on deal structure.
Yeah.
If you understand, if you're watching this and you're an investor and you understand the mechanics of this deal with the credit back, with the rental, the way that we set up the hard money on this, that's not like a beginner investor structure. Like deal structure is a school in itself. And if you're looking to get into deals with little out of pocket, you got to understand deal structure like a professional. And that is a professional way to structure a deal.
Right.
Like we checked off every box on that deal. I love when a deal comes together like that.
Right.
I love it, man. The money comes together right. The 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 seller gets what they need. My partners get paid. Everything is good.
Right.
So I'm very very happy with that. And that this applies so beautifully to the idea that you need a lot of money to do these kind of deals. It turns out you don't.
You're like $4 grand out of pocket,
Yeah,
bro.
$4,000
for 225K ARV, tenant occupied, mechanics are working, the layout's good. It's like $4 grand, bro. You get that off your tax return. You know what I'm saying?
So
It's possible.
that is like a perfect example of how you can structure a deal with little to no money out of pocket, not because you needed money to close it, but because you had all of the information. You understood the deal structure. The deal structure got the deal done.
That's
It
it.
wasn't the money.
If you didn't know how to do that, it
If you
wouldn't
don't
have
know how to
happened.
structure that deal, you're not getting it
You're
done.
not- yeah, it won't
and
happen.
honestly, if you could not structure the deal with him to keep him in there for 12 months, he would not have done the deal.
Right.
Like his concern was his family had to go to school in the area. I understood what his motivation was. I think was it Pace that had that saying that was like find the rabbits.
Pace Morby.
Yeah, so like he has a video out there where he's talking about like figuring out the motivation of a seller and really like hyper fixating on what their motivation is. I understood that by speaking to him. His family was the most important thing to him. He wanted to resolve this problem and keep a roof over their head, and he did it.
That's respectable.
He got everything he needed out of that deal.
Salute.
And we got what we needed out of that deal. And we, with your assist,
Yep.
you got what you needed out of the deal. So that is an example of one, like the next 9 examples will be examples on this episode about how to do a deal with little to no out of pocket. If you're afraid to get into real estate because you think it requires a lot of money, this is the video that the 14-year younger version of me needed to watch. This is the video that I needed to see 14 years ago.
Wow.
Like I needed somebody to put a video like this in my inbox for me to look at it to say, there's no excuse